Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Dinka Double T, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. This is the second most voted for vehicle this week, coming in with 152 votes, and you can vote for the vehicles you want to see featured by clicking on the link in the description down below. Best comment 2019. I will do my best to compliment my own driving, to just stoke my own ego a little bit more, so that people playing Will It Off-Road Bingo that get that square will have a chance. I kind of forget to do it often. I do keep in mind the stuff that's, okay, well, that's just bad driving there. I do try to keep in mind Will It Off-Road Bingo when I'm making these. Sometimes I intentionally don't say things, sometimes I intentionally do, just to kind of mess with the people playing Will It Off-Road Bingo, because that makes it more fun. For me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can click on the link in the description down below for Will It Off-Road Bingo. Click on Generate Card, and then either on your phone or on your computer, just tap or click on the box of what happens in the video, and you two can play along. And if you get bingo, you put bingo down in the comments, or you berate me for missing one thing and not being able to get Will It Off-Road Bingo. I'm sorry. But hey, you were close, man. You were close. So, the Dinka Double T. I do not like motorcycles off-roading. And you've already seen many reasons why. I mean, you got the one wheel up front that turns. And the faster bikes spend a lot of their time bouncing over all the little bumps. So getting to have the ability to actually turn is limited because that front wheel spends a lot of time in the air. The slower bikes, it's not a problem, which is why the slower bikes get such fantastic times up the mountain, because they just chug along, and they never bounce around or anything. And don't get me wrong, the Dinka Double T is not a fast bike, compared to all the other motorcycles. It is not fast. But it's faster than the slow ones we've tested, if that makes any sense. Which is why it gets not such a good time. Because it's bouncing all around. And you've seen me miss turns completely. Because, well, like I said, you can't turn if your wheels aren't touching the ground. That's how friction works. If there's nothing for it to have friction against, so I guess the air. But, we're not going to get into that little bit of physics today. It just kind of sucks. So I don't like riding motorcycles up and down the mountain, which I think is why people vote for them. Plus, there's all the death involved in motorcycles, which is also the reason I think people vote for them. But it is up 2 minutes, 47 seconds. So will the Dinka Double T off-road? Yeah, but don't do it. Just seriously, don't do it. It's just not fun. That makes it 7th in motorcycles out of 11. So not the best. It is 2.5 seconds faster, however, no, sorry, strike that, reverse it, try again. 2.5 seconds slower than the Rampant Rocket. I think that's right. It's one of those directions. I don't know. I should know. I'm the one who keeps the spreadsheet of all the numbers. I looked at it, but now it doesn't sound right that it's slower than the Rampant Rocket, but yeah, I don't know. Click that link in the description down below as well. I have a spreadsheet that shows you not only all the times by just 1 through 249, which, by the way, this is 40th overall and a 249. But then there's another tab that breaks it down by class, so you can see where everything sits within their class, if you're interested in that. Then there's another little tab that shows you the current Will It Off-Road voting. So if you click the link in the description down below to vote, and you voted for one of the vehicles that's on the list, oh my God, Commander Hobo nearly dinked me. If you click on one of the vehicles that's currently on the list, you'll see the voting update in real time. If you vote for an other and you ride in your own vehicle, it'll take a little while for those to show up because I have to check the list and manually add those in, which isn't a big deal. Feel free to vote for things that are not on the list. I don't mind at all. And, yeah, so anyways, you can see the voting update in real time. Like you click, you vote, boom, it's there instantly because the two are linked together through Google Sheets. It's magic. Wow, I had a whole lot of speed coming off that jump and yet managed to hold on to it. So here we go. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That was a good bit of driving right there. You're welcome. And so, just continuing on, like nothing ever happened. Yeah, this thing is just, it bounces too much. Maybe if my character were to gain like 400 pounds, that would keep the bikes on the ground a little better. Probably not. And then, of course, they would go slower anyway because it's carrying around the extra 400 pounds. So I guess that theory kind of doesn't work. And I really should have thought it through before I opened up my face hole and blabbed it. We're down as we bump into a Sand King, 2 minutes, 8 seconds. So that means back to the top of Mount Chiliad for what you all know is coming, but not when you expect it. Decent little start, managed to land on the rear wheel safely. This looks like impending death, right? Yeah, surely this is it. Fat Cube has died, and in a minute, Dark Rocket is now dead, and we're gonna lose Dark Doctor, and I've got everybody flying past me, nearly running me over, and yet I'm alive. I lived, but not for long. I landed on Schwinn's Chester, and I am now dead. And you may notice a bit of a problem. The game spawned me on the opposite side of the valley of where my bike is, and I don't have a very good way of getting over there. Trying to do the hop, skip, and a jump thing didn't go so well, and my character begins what might be the longest roll without a death ever. Still rolling. Still rolling. Still rolling. Still rolling. And finally, yeah, seriously, I was like, well, I was dying laughing. And of course, you could have heard that laughter if you were a YouTube member, Patreon supporter, or a Twitch subscriber, where you can see the Will and Offroad behind the scenes video. Ow. Thanks, Finn. Speeding the footage up 600% here because, well, a lot of time transpired with me trying. I'm now in the right valley, and I'm trying to get up this little steep section here using every trick in the book. And as you can see, I go forward and then fall over and start right back where I was over and over again. So I decided maybe I can go around the left over here, climb up these rocks, and nope, another suicide. And so now I'm up above the bike, and Schwinn's there offering me a ride, but I try to avoid getting a ride from anybody because I'm not supposed to get help. That's kind of the way it is for off-road. You know, if you were on your own, out up on the mountain by yourself, there would be nobody there to save you. So doing my best, even in first person, try to aim the gun, everything. Nothing is working. I have a bit of an audience watch me. Thought maybe I could walk backwards. No, that didn't work. I am literally just trying everything I can think of here. And you may notice that a challenge has started. That's going to be very important here in just a moment. Because, yeah, free mode challenges do some interesting things when you die. You may know what's coming. If you were there, of course you know what's coming. But if you're familiar with GTA Online at all, you probably know what's about to happen. I'm in a very steep spot. I'm falling down the mountain. Very big drop ahead of me. Obviously not going to survive that. And, well, yeah, this is now a DNF because I'm on the beach. So death, 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 death is our damage, and a free mode challenge kind of ended it all. Because now I'm, yeah, anyways. Next vehicle, Vapid Arena War Taxi, the most voted for vehicle this week with 171 votes, and a vehicle I've been wanting to test for a while. It's been up there in the votes, but it's always like the third or fourth vehicle, and it's one I've been wanting to try out just because I like it. And yes, okay, so you bring up a very good point, 3ZKZ Sting. And that point is that, of course, the Western Rampant can't. I mean, no, I'm not recommending you take any of the vehicles that I feature in Will It Offroad off-roading. Please don't misunderstand and don't assume. I know the hardcore off-roading community hates me because, excuse me, because I just choke on air there. But I know that the hardcore Will It Offroad community absolutely hates me because that's not real serious off-roading test. It's done about the time, and you just didn't climb a rock and it can't go through water, and blah, 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 blah. Yes, shut up. This is for fun. This is to see if you're in a car how does it, any car in the game, how does it do off-road? This is not to do a serious, let's test vehicles that are made for off-roading and see if they'll off-road. It's, if you're in a pinch and some douchebag, in an insurgent with sticky bombs who drives backwards is chasing you, can you go up the mountain and get away from him? Because he won't be able to reverse that insurgent up the mountain. He just won't. Because he's trying to throw the sticky bombs and he's an idiot. But, so, yeah, it's that type of thing. Plus, Will It Off-Road's really turned into kind of a community event. There's participation for you guys that get to watch through Will It Off-Road Bingo, through voting for the vehicles to torture me with, vehicles that you want to see me, for the lols, or whether you're just curious if it'll make it or whatever. And then, of course, we record these on Sunday afternoons, and anybody who plays on PC and is in the Vainglorious crew is welcome to join. There is a link way down and below in the description to the Vainglorious crew on Social Club. It's an open crew. Anybody can join. I think we have like 400 members. Don't know exactly. But, yeah, you can join. And if you play on PC and you're chill and not a douchebag in an insurgent that throws 60 bombs while driving backwards, then you can absolutely join. I'd love to have you. It'd be great. And, of course, the behind-the-scenes version of the video that goes up for the channel supporters features our banter in Discord that we have instead of this more boring, less exciting, less fun voiceover that you, the general public, gets to hear. But we'll talk about that in a second. Because look at the taxi go. Have I even talked about the taxi since we started? I don't think we have. That's probably a box for the bingo card. Anyways, we're up 2 minutes 46 seconds. So will the taxi off-road? Yeah, sure it will. And it did fine. It wasn't any real drama involved in this. It just kind of kept going. The only main complaint is that it did not want to stay in a low gear, and that's what really slowed it down. You could hear it constantly shifting up into a higher gear when it really needed to be in a lower gear, and that slowed us down quite a bit. But speaking of that behind-the-scenes Will It Off-Road, I believe it's next week, maybe the week after. There will be not a sneak preview because it's already been public. But I live streamed the recording of Will It Off-Road several weeks ago on Twitch. So while we were recording the video, I was live streaming. And I'm going to edit together that live stream because that is what behind the scenes video is. I'm going to edit it down because it takes anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to record a Will It Off-Road video. Because we have to wait for daylight, and sometimes it rains, and then sometimes we start killing each other because it's fun. It takes a while. So I'm going to edit that down to about 45 minutes. Between 30 and 40 minutes is where the normal behind-the-scenes videos wind up clocking in length. Whereas the ones that get edited down even more for the public part of the channel, they're 15 to 20 minutes long, like this one. But, so yeah, look for that coming next week. It'll be a public video available for everybody. There will still be the regular Will It Off-Road video as well with my commentary, but we will also have on probably the same day, we'll have the behind-the-scenes sneak preview, just to encourage maybe some people to sign up and just see one of the mini perks you get from being a YouTube member, Patreon supporter, or Twitch subscriber. There are many perks. Anyways, love the taxi. I mean, I know it's goofy looking, but, it pays tribute. And I love that Rockstar pays tribute to their own lineage and their own history. I mean, this thing is from GTA 4's expansion, the Ballad of Gay Tony. Remember when it was called an expansion and not DLC? Yeah. Because you could actually buy it on a physical disc. You could buy The Lost in the Dam and the Ballad of Gay Tony on a physical disc. You didn't have to download it. Wow, look at that back end go all over the place. But I like the taxi because it's kind of that quirky little reward you got. What, from completing all the taxi missions in the Ballad of Gay Tony? I'm not sure. Oh, that looked like an imposing bit. Stopped a little short, but we're down 2 minutes, 21 seconds. So, back to the top. Where yet another challenge is going, so let's hope I don't die this time. Okay, it's steel vehicles. So, the taxi is based upon a car, or is a car, even though it's got a different paint job and wheels and everything. But it is a car that was included with the base game, therefore it has a very detailed damage. Wow! Model. That took my health and smushed in the top of the car. Seriously, look at the. Like, I can't get past my words. Brendan talks. Take two. Look at the C-pillar on the left side, and whenever I get back on my freaking wheels again, it Sven smashed it in. Look at that. Yeah, there you go. You can see it now. That whole back end of the car, actually, that whole back left, is just badly collapsed now. Catching up to everybody else going down the mountain. Lots of Vapids here. What? We've got Vapid, Benefactor with a machine gun. I don't know. He's Dutch, so we give him a pass. But, oh, an engine rattle already. Of course, this thing has shed body parts like crazy. Oh, hello. There's Finn again in the Benefactor limo. Just, you know, driving over me as though I was part of the terrain. That was kind of awesome, actually. More body parts. I don't even know whose body parts are whose anymore, because so many body parts are in here. Oh, look at me sneaking over the top of everybody else, but then getting good and stuck. Yeah, you may notice everybody is dressed as Commander Hobo. Been kind of a running joke in Will It Off-Road for a few videos. Don't know if you've been paying attention or not, but now I'm just a soccer ball. But yeah, a lot of people have been dressing as Commander Hobo in all the videos. And good old Commander, he takes it in stride, and I think it's hilarious. This thing is struggling so bad. It is beat to hell. It is struggling, but man, one of the cars we recorded today on the damage descent, ooh, yeah, it had a smoke pouring out of the engine. You'll see that in a couple weeks. Yeah, it took a big hit. But, oh, accidental six stunt as the engine just wheezes. But we're down 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Let's take a look at the plethora of damage. All the lights and windows, front bumper, hood, front fenders, three doors are gone. Bent wheels, there's some engine damage and what we can only call severe body damage. I mean, this thing is trashed. Absolutely destroyed. There's all the Commander Hobos with their respective support vehicles. By the way, Commander's Radius did not actually make it. It died just in the muddy bits when it got hit by a rocket. It just stopped running. Smoke was pouring out of it. I think he went and got his cargo bob and picked it up and carried it over here for that finishing shot. But that is going to do it for this week's Will It Off-Road. Don't forget to play Will It Off-Road Bingo, and if you score a bingo, leave a comment down below, and go vote for the vehicles you want to see. Seriously, go vote. Seriously, right now, go vote. Right now, do it. Do it. Click that link. Thank you. Now vote for some vehicles that you want to see featured in upcoming Will It Off-Road videos, because the votes are kind of low right now, and you can vote as many times as you want. So you could really change the outcome of what we record this coming Sunday. But until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.